This video is brought to you by Squarespace. So a lot of people in the comments have been saying, why don't you just continue to stay in your apartment until after Maiko gives birth, the baby doesn't require a lot of space. So in this video, I kind of wanted to show you where I'm actually living here in Shibuya and show you kind of how big the actual space is. And in fact, if you can see right behind me right now, this is pretty much the entire space of where Maiko and I live right now, and pretty much where the baby would be living if we stayed here in Shibuya. This whole entire place is about 35 square meters. Just to my right, we have a little kitchen, and then you have the bathroom over here. You have the bedroom behind me, like our desk space right there, and then we have our little table and sofa set up right here. So you can see there's not a lot of space. Let me walk across to the other side of the room. So this is the other side of the room. It takes a few steps to get here. So we're not working with a lot of space. I'm actually standing on the bed right now. There's a TV right there. Again, the desks are right there. And then you have the sofa just right behind me. I don't really know what else to show you because there's not a lot to show you. But one of the things that I do love about this place, despite being such a small space, is that it has a pretty good view. It was a lot better before, but then more buildings started to come up. But let me kind of show you the view that I have right now. So it's a bit cloudy, as you can see behind me right now, but that window pretty much kind of saves the space and kind of makes it a little bit more, how do you say, less cramped in here. And on a good day, you can actually see Mount Fuji from here. If you turn just over here like that, there's actually another window right there. So you pretty much have this corner style studio apartment, which you have this window here and window here. The space isn't that bad, but what you'll find is that I usually don't shoot this way in a lot of my videos because I tend to end up really dark, where then the shot just gets blown out. So usually I'll end up shooting this way right here, and then using the light that comes in that you probably see in a lot of the videos. But that's pretty much the living space. This is the closet area of the apartment. As you can see, these ones behind me right here came with the apartment, while these two here were purchased on top of it because there just was not enough closet space. And then we also added these two in the entrance area of the apartment. The two like cabinets next to the TV, we have some clothes in there as well just to make everything fit, but it's still pretty tight. The fact that we have a baby that's on the way, I don't know where else we could store the baby stuff. The crib, I don't know, would probably go maybe like in the center of this apartment. Yeah, I don't really want to put the baby on the other side of the bed because it's right by the window. Could get like really cold or hot, especially at night. So in preparation of having this baby, we want to just have a kind of a more comfortable place to have our son. So let me show you the kitchen. So this is the kitchen area right here. As you can see, I can't even stretch my arms out. Just right behind me, there's a sink, there's a stove, there's two burners, and that's pretty much it. There's a cabinet here, some cabinets at the bottom. We have our trash right here, and there's not a lot of space for anything else. So one of the things we wanted to do in the new place was film some like cooking, or us just like actually showing you some food that we prepare, but it's really difficult to do it in such a small place here. So hopefully in the new apartment we can do that. And let me just show you what's on the other side of this camera. So right here you can see that it's still not that wide. Behind me I have the refrigerator, and then just tucked away in the corner right there is the washing machine. And then here we have our microwave and rice cooker, and then just like some supplies here that's just really starting to stack up. I really don't like having all of this stuff kind of just out in the open. I want to clean it up, and again, that's why we want some more space. There's just not a lot of room to have a baby and have all the baby supplies, baby clothes, and everything like that. Unless we like throw a lot of stuff out, but it's like some of the stuff is just like the stuff we need on the daily, so it's really difficult to throw out. To continue on, the final thing about our apartment is the bathroom, which is right here. But before I continue, I wanted to give a quick shout out to Squarespace. Thanks to them, they're making my life just a little bit easier, especially with a new baby on the way. If you don't already know, then Squarespace is the perfect spot to build your website and your online presence. They've got some pretty awesome template designs to make it super easy to start. And better yet, they have some pretty useful tools to help you along the way. For example, they have portfolios and galleries to help you display all of your projects. Squarespace has powerful blogging tools to tell your story, share your updates, and photos and videos. And if you're an analytics nerd like me, you can see how your visits, unique visitors, and page views trend over time, helping you build a better website as you go. So head to squarespace.com today for your free trial, and when you're ready to check out, go to squarespace.com/PaoloFromTokyo and save 10% off your first domain or website. That said, let me show you the rest of the apartment. And this is the toilet bathroom area. You have the sink right behind me, you have the toilet here, and just on this side you have the bath. Some of the nice features about this particular bath that I personally like is that the sink has an extendable nozzle. The toilet is one of those shower toilet bidets, so you can actually kind of wash yourself on it. And the bath itself is pretty nice. It's one of those automatic baths, so it'll fill the water to a specified level and it'll heat the water to a specified temperature. It is pretty nice, and one of the things that I really like too is that this bath unit right behind me, it does have a dryer feature. And I use it quite a lot when I would snowboard, and I would bring home all of my wet snowboard gear, and I would just like throw it all in here and just hit the dryer function to dry out like all the boots and just some of the clothes and the boards and everything, so that when I put it back in the apartment, I wouldn't have to actually, you know, have it all like be soaking wet and then get all moldy. That's one of the things. I actually have some snowboards and I keep all of that underneath the bed, so every little like nook and cranny in this apartment is being fully used. Like there's no space to put anything anymore. Oh yeah, and there is a balcony as well, so let me just show you that real quick. And so this is the balcony right here. As you can see, it's not too large. I guess if you wanted to maybe smoke or you wanted to just get some fresh air from the apartment, then I guess it's useful. But to be honest with you, I don't use it too much, because what you'll find in Tokyo is that most of the time it's really hot or really cold. So you don't end up using your balcony that often. Plus you have the air conditioning unit out here, so it blows a lot of hot air or cold air depending on the season. In fact, if you look closely, that's the new Parco. So it's just really close. And just beyond the Cerulean Tower. But aside from that, that's pretty much it. Let's go back inside. That's pretty much the entire apartment. One thing that I should probably note is that I'm using an ultra wide lens, so things actually might seem a lot bigger than they actually are. So we are excited to move to a new place. Yeah, it's been tight just with us two. Again, Michael and I pretty much work here the entire time. The bed is just right here. You have the PCs, the workstations here, and then you have our sofa right there, and the closets and the kitchen just right there. So just not a lot of space. I can't say that enough. But the location is pretty awesome. I've loved living here. It's just super close to where like the action is on this side. Parco is right there. Sentai is just like right there. So everything is like really close. It's right by Yoyogi Park, which I love as well. It's good to have like friends out there and hang out once in a while. Like anything we need is all here, which is nice. And also like this place is 160,000 yen, which may seem quite expensive for especially 35 square meters. But in fact, since I've lived here so long, I talked to the real estate agent recently, and this place will probably go up to like probably 180,000 once we leave, just because the rent has gone up over the years. This is pretty much what you get for 35 square meters in Shibuya. Is there anything else you don't like?
I didn't choose this place. I moved in to Paolo's place, so yeah, I didn't really have a choice. But I enjoy living here because it's close to the Harajuku. Back in the days I worked in Harajuku, it was walking distance.
That's true. Yeah, so it is like a 7 to 8 minute walk to the station. But one of the positives about that for me, even though it's a little bit further, there's a lot of things and shops, restaurants on the way. So it doesn't really feel like that, especially when you're walking and you see a lot of people. So if we do live in like a bigger station, then I think we can extend the 5-minute kind of requirement. All right, so I think we actually have to go. So if you like this video, help me out, hit that like button. If you guys want to see what we're doing on the daily, check out our Instagram accounts. If you want to help support the channel, check out the Tokyo merch. And if you want to see more of this kind of like random stuff, hit that subscribe button and the bell button, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.